Welcome to Ferry's Film Vault, the show that gives you random film reviews through my perspective. Now, in light of the recently released Brave by Pixar a month ago, why don't we swim into the show's very first animated film review with another Pixar's film, Cars 2. Ka-chow!
This place makes the Bermuda Triangle look like a kiddie pool. They say out here is where the ocean burns. We're here, right where you paid me to bring you. Question is, why?
I'm looking for a car.
Look out, ladies. Mater's fitting to get funky.
How'd you like to come and see the world with me?
You mean it?
International passengers must drive through security.
The World Grand Prix. 3 races, 2 continents, but only one winner.
Ka-chow!
Before we begin, I can't emphasize enough that the quality of work that Pixar pumps out is unmatched. They have developed their very own style of storytelling and technical achievement that are just unique and distinctive. With films such as Ratatouille, WALL-E, and Up, which all had very impressive quality, you could really see that each film they made progressively got better and better in terms of technical quality. With that in mind, you could expect the same quality of work put in when you watch this film. In Cars 2, Lightning McQueen and his pal Mater head overseas to compete in the World Grand Prix race. But that road to the championship becomes rocky as Mater got caught up in an intriguing adventure of his own, international espionage. Cars 2 is directed by John Lasseter, who also directed the first Cars, Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, and A Bug's Life. It featured the voices of Owen Wilson, Larry the Cable Guy, Michael Caine, Emily Mortimer, Eddie Izzard, John Turturro, and so on. I'll admit that the first Cars is probably my least favorite Pixar films, mainly due to its story, and Cars 2 had the same issue it had, even though it had a completely different premise compared to the first one, and I mean different. Understand that this is a film that's definitely demographic towards both the kiddies and the adults. This film is just so colorful and such a delight to look at, not to mention that it has enough flash that both you and the kiddies could most definitely enjoy. I know, I'm dragging, but here comes the opinion. It had to be said, I just don't find Cars 2's story that appealing or enticing to me. I know everyone could pretty much see the underlying meaning as to what this film had to say about the environment, and I agree. I get the message, although I think WALL-E did it in a more subtle and effective way compared to this one. But overall, I just feel that Cars 2 is just trying too hard to cram so much into one film. I just didn't really enjoy the way they're portraying the good guy, bad guy scenario throughout the whole film. Who am I rooting for again was the constant questions I keep on asking myself when I'm watching it. Am I watching a spy film or a friendship film? I'm not so sure. And for that, it prevented me from experiencing this world to the fullest. It really lacked the a fact that I usually get at the end of any Pixar films. But despite its shortcoming, this is still another solid film pumped out by Pixar. The direction is amazing and the way they're trying to distinguish the different countries are superb. The color, composition, animation, camera, just everything feels thumbs up. To all those CG artists who work on this film, word to your mother. So, with everything I just said, I'm going to give Cars 2 a pretty okay, which I feel really bad for some reason. So disappointed. I mean with the rating, not the film. You get what I mean? I'm just gonna lower my head in shame and point.
There's an American liaison under deep cover.
No mo arigato.
These Americans are clearly master spies.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
Lightning McQueen cannot win the race.
Instead of saying ka-chow, he's gonna go kaboom.
McQueen needs your help, Mater. You ready?
Is the Pope Mobile Catholic?
No one can stop us.
Friendships can be dangerous in our line of work, Mater.
Mater!
I'm sticking by you the way you always stick by me! It's the American spy!
He's getting away! Excuse me, leaking oil. Sorry, ladies. Whoa, boy. Hey, that tickles. Whoa!
And that's all she wrote. I'm so glad we had yet another heart-to-heart talk about films. And I loved every moment of it. Don't you? What? You want to talk more? Don't worry, my friends. This session might have ended, but we can still connect with one another via. Since I always enjoy hearing what you have to say, and if you love the show, don't forget to subscribe so you'll always be on the know as to when the newest episode is being posted and etc. But that's it. I'll see you at the next review.